You can tell it's a good day in Melbourne when you can't feel your face from the wind hitting it at an extraordinary pace, T-Mac.
I went out to lunch. I was trying to walk back up the hill after going back to lunch.
Didn't happen.
The wind was suppressing me to the point where I could take use all my body strength just to walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, I didn't even walk.
Windy day.
That's Melbourne. That's Melbourne for you. We love the wind. We love nature, don't we? We love all things about nature.
Nature, dogs, vulvas, all sorts of things.
This is a terrible.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome, peeps.
Generational, another week.
Joshua and T-Mac here with ya.
We're not going to talk about nature for the whole thing. Let's talk about Josh Lawson, T-Mac, because he's not on the show this week.
Okay.
Neither is Matt and Bo from the Reaction Podcast. We couldn't work things out because, well, we had
because we didn't research a tech update on how to do things. So,
yeah, there's a whole thing involved in having people come on the show, contracts to be signed, waivers and the such, and we just didn't have the time to do it.
We couldn't get all the lawyers in one room. Let's put it that way. So it hasn't happened this week.
It will happen soon, though.
It will. Definitely.
If they come down to Melbourne or we go to Brisbane. Well, how about we just invite ourselves onto the Reaction Podcast?
Okay.
Do you want to just do that? Let's do that right now. Matt
and Bo, guys.
We accept your invitation to come onto the show.
No problem at all.
You guys work out how we're going to do it.
And it's all the same, really. It's just all the same.
It's all the same.
We're still chatting.
We're still chatting. Either way.
And we'll say anything we want to on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We'll bring a little bit of generational to Reaction Podcast. All right. I know that you guys have some sort of barrier, some sort of theme barrier. We don't really follow the rules when it comes to podcasts.
But they say fuck more than we do on our podcast.
They do say fuck a lot.
Yeah.
They do say that. Because I remember right at the start of Generational, when we first started podcasting, we sort of tried to be
clean,
walk in the room-ish, and I swore a lot.
Oh, right.
Because I wanted to be the Greg of the show, you know? I wanted to be the Baron of the show, who we had on the show. Greg Barrett had on the show about 10 episodes ago.
Yep.
That's Generational for you. And I swore a lot, because I thought that was entertaining podcasting, T-Mac. And it was for a while, but then we sort of evolved out of that.
No, we now just use the protocol language for specific items, like vulva is proper instead of
vulva is vulva. I mean, we're two adults
instead of the C word.
Vagina is a vagina.
Yeah.
Okay. A penis is a penis.
Yep.
Not a dick.
No.
Not a willy.
No.
Not a pee hole.
Not a raging sardon.
No,
not a purple mushroom.
Well, these are all
These
are all kind of funny.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so there nothing more to say on that.
So Matt and Bo will look forward to your
to being on our RP.
To be on RP next week. Let's give them a deadline. Next Tuesday we're on. So Josh Lawson, Troy Kinney, get on the show. Okay,
yeah.
I know that those guys listen because I am harassing them.
Have we gotten many emails to that effect for that cause or Facebook?
Well, because
activity?
our fans are expecting it now. That's the thing.
This is true.
You and I have put it out there.
They know we deliver. We delivered Greg Barrett.
We delivered Greg Barrett onto the show.
We hadn't even promised it yet. We just said we've got an international celebrity from the comedy festival coming on the show, and we delivered.
We were kind of vague with that one. We kind of said we had an international celebrity because we didn't know if we'd be able to get Greg Barrett, but Josh Lawson and Troy Kinney, surely we can get them.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Like, we get no offense to you guys, and I know you listen to the show.
It's a global village now. It's a global village. Everybody is just, it's a little melting pot.
Yeah.
It's Melbourne, man. You can go.
It's Melbourne.
They're just celebrities down here are just people, man. Not the States where they, you take off the plate of their face and there's all this machinery behind it.
Exactly
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So and the little rat running around the spinning
that's
wheel.
My favourite part. That's my kind of girl.
So yeah.
So Matt and Bo, Josh and Troy. All right. I know it's windy outside, but get out there and just at the top of your lungs, in the loudest voice, just proclaim that you will be on Generational next Thursday.
How far have you gone through the Twitter channel to reach out to these guys? I know you got some activity on Facebook. You saw that he looked at it.
I saw that Josh Lawson read my message.
Yeah, but have you looked him up on Twitter and actually sent him, followed him, and then tried to send him, see if you get a follow from him, send him a direct message?
T-Mac, I'm a professional, but no.
Right. Okay.
I haven't done that much research into it. So
can you do that for us, please?
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, I'll look into it.
Because our marketing manager's overseas today. This month. So
Okay.
we need you to get on top of that.
I'll look into that for us, and then we'll have Josh Lawson on the show next Thursday after we appear on Reaction Podcast next Tuesday.
We've got a busy schedule ahead of us.
That's gonna be a big week.
I'll tell you what.
Also, T-Mac, I'll tell you one thing. Bloody Mingla, we forgot to mention last week.
Oh, did we?
We forgot to mention Mingla last week.
Mingla, the new iPhone application.
We've got to mention them because they are strong members of the cast.
Yes.
They're part of the generational family.
Yep.
And so we thought we'd give them a little bit of a shout out in the intro. It's normally in the extro.
Yeah.
Or as some people would call outro. But not generational.
Yeah, I like the extra, Extra.
Sounds kind of sexual.
I was once an extra in a movie.
Can you put that extra in me?
Spain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you
I
an
played a
extra?
prisoner. I played a prisoner.
Really?
And I had to yell, Vive Blasco Ibanez.
What does that mean?
It means long live Blasco Ibanez, who was a writer who's been persecuted for some writing to the
So if you're on Mingla and you saw a picture of a film camera and then maybe a picture of the Spanish map, what would you do?
I would say that's me. I'd flip it up to or down to the left-hand corner, and I'd finally find myself with a Chiquita Banana match, a Spanish flamenco dancer.
And that's Mingla. Mingla with an A. Get onto the App Store and download Mingla. Mingla with an A.
To this love. To this love. To this love. To this love.
To this love.
Thank you very much, and people, welcome back to Generational. Some
This
episode
love.
number with Joshua and T-Mac, the Melbourne boys,
This love.
in the house.
This love.
Joshua, did you have something to start us off with?
This love. I really like that
Aside
song.
from dancing.
T-Mac, I enjoyed that song immensely. I'd
Okay.
like to proclaim to you right now, Josh Lawson and Troy Keeney, shout out to you guys. So I wanted to start off with something Facebook related. This is a cast about Gen X and Gen Y.
Yes.
All right, and we are limited to the theme of this show, which is Gen X and Gen Y.
Cannot go outside of that theme.
We have to talk about things that relate to people that are in the category of Gen X and people that are in the category of Gen Y, and the differences that those two people share.
And how they can sometimes go awry.
But, well, no, not but. This story actually fits in with that little theme. So
Okay.
here we go. So I'm on
Perfect,
Facebook.
perfect.
So here's the thing. People can see everything that I do on Facebook. Facebook has got this thing now. It's too smart. It's too smart, team. Like, this is kind of a little rant from the Josho.
Okay.
It's one of those Josho rants.
Yep.
It's
yep.
a Josho rant.
Yep.
Okay, so...
Do we have a song for that?
Oh, here we go.
Nah, don't worry about it.
We don't have a song for
Nah,
that?
I don't think we have a song.
Let me just go ahead. This love, it's the Joshua rant. That kind of doesn't really...
Yeah.
I should have thought about that one before I went into it because
You know what? I won't put you on the spot like that anymore.
because the song came on and then I remembered
Yeah.
This Love and then I started doing This Love
Joshua
again.
rant.
Yeah, Andrew's not going to be happy with that one.
So what's the Joshua rant?
So the Joshua rant is that I'm getting several people come up to me that are friends with me on Facebook and going, all right, so I know a little bit more about you now, don't I? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I don't post on Facebook that much, T-Mac. I use Facebook to for a few reasons. A few reasons.
A few reasons.
I use it for a few reasons.
You know you can't say anything like with a speech impediment and get away with it in my presence. Because
kinda bad,
A few
yeah.
reasons.
A few reasons.
A few reasons.
I was trying to be cute and
Yep,
you were sort of...
yeah, I know.
Anyway, so there's a few reasons, right?
Yeah.
It's for adding random chicks.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's for looking
So,
at those...
a pickup tool.
It's a pickup tool. It's for looking at those random girls'
Sure.
pictures.
Yep.
It's for messaging these random girls.
See, it's funny. I'll just stop you there. Looking at other girls' pictures.
Sure.
In the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
we used to have to take our film to the place to get developed.
Sure.
And at some places, what they would do, well, on my college campus, once your pictures were developed, they would just put them in an open file, alphabetically. The envelopes.
Here you go. Here, everyone.
The envelopes of pictures. So you would just go to. So I would go to M. I'd find my last name. I'd pull out my pictures. Then I take it up to the counter and pay. But you could just randomly scroll through anybody's pictures.
You could take anyone's pictures, put them up to the counter, and go, "Hey, I'd like to pay for these."
You could. I don't think they asked for ID.
Surely someone's done that in the past.
It was a college campus.
Surely
I think I may have actually grabbed a different one automatically or accidentally.
Yeah.
I generally
automatically.
I used to just kind of steal mine anyway. But
of course,
sometimes I would just look at other people's, and it's exactly the same. Now it's just electronic. But in the past, you used to be able to do that as well.
So what you're saying is
the only problem was you couldn't find out where they lived or where they went and like that. All you knew was that they liked to do things with cucumbers, and that was there in documentation.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. There's only one difference between your story and my story. My story is not illegal.
Yeah. Oh, right.
It's not looking through other people's photos at the shop. Surely there's some
still
sort of
stalking.
law against it. It is still stalking.
It's
I guess,
still stalking.
It's still it's electronic stalking for some reason that's accepted in society.
Yes, absolutely.
And when I say accepted, it's still creepy.
Yeah, totally.
But it's what I do, and I'm proud of it.
Okay.
And it's what I will continue doing, T-Mac.
Okay, sure.
Because they're sexy girls.
Yeah.
I mean, some girls do have the whole blocked thing on Facebook, so you can't see what they're doing. You can't see their images. You can't say anything about them, see if they're in a relationship, what school they went to, where they live, what their numbers are, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Which sucks for me.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Someone looking for all the info can't find it on those girls' profiles.
Yeah.
Shame on you girls.
Unbelievable.
But all the other ones, all the silly ones, will have all the information up there, and then I'll be able to browse right through their images.
Pictures of their hidden tattoos, things like that. Do girls do that?
Absolutely, definitely. Like really graphic shots as well. Like
serious?
Pulling things apart and taking photos. I mean, like in their hair, like pulling their hair apart and taking photos of
the scalp.
Their scalps, the scalp tattoos that they have. Yeah. T-Mac, it's one hell of a hidden spot for a tattoo. So I'm getting people coming to me, T-Mac, and saying to me, "Hey, Josho, I'm learning a bit about you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey, what are you talking about?" Because I don't post that much. I only use it for picking up girls. Okay.
Right.
And so what they'll do is they'll get their Facebook and they'll open it up on their computer screen, on the screen of their computer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll be sitting there looking at the screen of the computer with Facebook on them.
Yep.
And they'll just scroll through their wall, which is like what happened. Like when you first log on Facebook, it just gives you a wall.
I know what a wall is. Step off.
So a wall. There's a thing called a wall.
Yeah, I know what the wall is, man.
And on the wall, every third notification for them is Josho loves it, likes this picture, and the picture will just be a chick in a bikini.
Right.
Or like or a group of chicks in a bikini, or a girl doing a model pic, or a girl on a motorcycle. It's always a girl. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
So now they've learned that you like girls. Well, that's a big one. Boy,
they were shocked.
That's a crazy disclosure,
especially for all those ones that thought I didn't like girls.
Yeah.
You know, they were hoping I didn't like girls. You know, all the fellas out there. But there's my little.
So I mean,
there's my rant.
There's nothing else that they have disclosed about you other than the fact you like pretty girls.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I'm learning a lot about you, huh?
Well,
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Here's the thing.
The redheads.
See, I don't.
Small boobs. Not a lot of cleavage. Just a bit of a spread through the middle of the boob breasts.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Flat stomach, slightly muscular, not too muscular. You don't want to be overtaken.
Exactly right.
Sort of on the short side, so you can kind of sit and spin them. Things like that.
Well,
and 6 toes.
The thing is, I don't go up to these girls. I don't go up to girls in general and act like I'm a guy that's all into girls and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So girls that I want.
That's why you walk around making people think you're into guys. That's the
idea.
It's the complete polarized version of
make girls think that I'm into guys.
Yeah.
So then girls will be into me, but then when the guys try and chat me up, like just give them a handy and then tell them that that's all they're gonna get. Completely. I'm not into anything. And then when people in the middle, like kind of transgender kind of people, I just fully bang them.
Yeah, completely. Both organs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant. Movie sequels. How do you feel about them? What are your thoughts?
I'm a fan. I think I'm a fan.
Okay, you're okay. Movie sequels. We go on this for ages, but the reason I'm talking about
can we go on this for ages?
The reason I brought it up is because I saw this thing on the age.com or one of these sites. Maybe it was the Vine, something
On
like
the
that.
interwebs.
Sharknado 2
Yeah,
is coming out.
fantastic.
Dude.
Oh, thank God.
Sharknado 2.
Finally, it's been too long.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been too long for me.
This one is called, the tagline is, what is it? Sharknado 2, the second one,
Uh-huh.
Shark Happens. Shark Happens. How poor is that, dude?
Brilliant.
Shark Happens.
Have you seen Sharknado 1?
No, of course I haven't seen it, dude.
It's hilarious,
I didn't
yeah.
see Snakes on a Plane.
That was-
I didn't see Sharknado.
Well, Snakes on a Plane was actually good quality.
That's
right?
only 'cause
it had a high production value.
Yeah.
Whereas Sharknado, not so much.
Here's the plot line. Here's the little tagline I just happened to
Okay.
pull off the Sharknado. A freak weather system turns its deadly fury on New York City,
Wow.
unleashing a Sharknado on the population and its most cherished iconic sites.
Sure.
And only Finn and April can save the Big Apple.
So what they're saying is in Sharknado 1,
So
when there was a freakish turn of nature,
Yeah.
and it resulted in a Sharknado, which has never happened before in history.
Of course.
All of a sudden, 18, 24 months after the first movie happened, all of a sudden it's happening in New York.
it set a precedent, did it?
Yeah.
Didn't it?
So
It's
now,
kinda-
in that universe, in the Sharknado universe, they are to expect Sharknados as
All
if-
the time.
as
All
if
the time.
It's like hail or a twister. Like
Dude.
here comes another Sharknado.
until
Yeah.
that cownado comes through, and
Oh,
then,
man,
and then,
that's-
it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
But then it's actually not too bad. I mean, it's.
But actually, this movie was a ripoff anyway. From there was a Greek short film long time ago in the Greek Film Festival, Souvlaki NATO. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
Yeah, no,
Did you
that
see
one. That one was a messy one.
It was indeed. There was garlic sauce everywhere, man. It was fucking like all
Yeah.
the buildings were just smattered in the shit.
Half the movie was just like this old guy cleaning off an old villa that he had in Mykonos.
Exactly
and
right.
it was just garlic sauce and lamb all over it.
People were getting stabbed by the spit.
Yeah.
Like it's just like brrrr.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
exactly.
shit.
It's
Crazy.
dangerous. I mean, when you think about it, a Souvlaki
Nado.
nado is more dangerous than a Sharknado, right?
Yeah, totally.
Because a Sharknado, how are the sharks staying alive?
Exactly. And dude, they're just
Just
getting
be really
they're-
heavy things.
They're
you
getting
know.
swirled around, so basically, like, it's just completely random if their mouth happens to end up over you.
Yeah.
And even then, okay, so they bite you. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they can't swim off. All you have to do is open up their mouth, grab your half out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, so they're just spinning around, dude. They're just getting dizzy.
They're just getting dizzy as fuck.
A bunch
They're
of
not going to
dizzy,
know.
a bunch of dizzy shark in the
Because
air.
in the actual movie, in the Sharknado movie, these sharks seem to be coherent and even have some sort of control over
of course.
where they're flying and what they're doing. Because
Yeah.
as soon as they hit the ground, they're biting.
And
Like they're not confused in any way. They know they're in a Sharknado.
But they don't actually hit the ground because the tornado just rips through things. So essentially, they're always in that vortex, just spinning around, just
Not-
traveling through the city.
Not in Sharknado.
Is that what happens? They just fly. What happened in
Well,
Shark-
because in Sharknado they're flying and then like it'll spit out a random shark every
Yeah,
now and then. Like
yeah.
just random sharks going in all directions.
Sure.
But the sharks are always going in the directions of the protagonists.
Of course.
Naturally,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're always following the protagonist somehow, even though a twister is an unpredictable thing. I'm guessing, I don't know.
So you're saying the little nerd sitting on the park bench playing his Game Boy never gets,
He never gets hit.
never cops it.
Because I mean, who wants to see a guy on his Game Boy?
Yeah.
But there surely is much more. Like we make a good point with the Souvlaki NATO being more dangerous. What could be more dangerous? Like an antique NATO with just like old antiques, pianos, and like old grandfather clocks.
that's far
and
more dangerous, yeah.
A Lego NATO.
God, how about a tortoise NATO? I mean, that would be crushing buildings, man.
It would be like real life Mario.
300-year-old tortoise just being smacked into buildings.
Only 300-year-old tortoises.
Well, but they're the largest, aren't
They're
they?
the biggest ones. They're like
Aren't
the
they?
giant tortoises.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
grand tortoises.
Yeah.
So let's set the scene for it. Okay, so Melbourne Zoo.
Oh,
okay?
shit.
It's the 300-year-old tortoise enclosure. What is it, like 3 or 4 of them? How many are there?
Probably one, yeah. Yeah, probably one.
Just the one. This freakish tornado accident.
Picks him up.
Picks up this one tortoise, throws him around the city, and keeps collecting him, and then throwing him around the city again.
Just bashing buildings left and right.
Thousands of dollars of damage.
I mean, Rolls Royce cars get sucked in and they get crushed and everything. But the thing about with sequels, now I wanted to do
Oh yeah, we're not even.
I
yeah.
wanted to do a little bit of a quiz with you.
Okay, go.
And see if you can get any one of the top 5 movies that had the most sequels.
All right, let's do it.
Okay?
Go.
So I've got the top 5 right here. No, I want you to guess. I'll give you a hint. 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go ahead?
I reckon I could guess some of them.
Okay, go ahead.
Is Rocky up there?
No.
Oh shit! Wow, really?
Dude, I'm talking 10 plus sequels. in some of these.
Star Trek.
Okay, you got that. That's number 3 with 11. 11 sequels.
All right, so Star Trek is definitely up there.
And I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
3 of them are horror movies.
Okay, right.
So prostitutes.
Well, it'd be Freddy Krueger.
Correct.
So Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's right, with 9.
There'd be Jason on there, Friday the 13th.
That's right, he's number 2 with 12 sequels, dude.
12 sequels.
12.
That's 12 sequels.
It's 12 sequels.
I don't
Once
know.
they get to 13, you would think it'd stop Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you'd think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The number 1 is it's kind of weird because I don't really see them as sequels per se. It's just got a common character that's running through.
Scooby-Doo or something? Or what's
Close. James Bond.
James Bond, of course.
But are those considered
They're not
sequels? They're all new
not
movies with the same
sequels.
character.
What is that, like
23?
40?
23.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo. should be
Any
up there.
favorite sequels that you have?
Scooby-Doo was a big one for me.
Yeah,
number 1 and number 2.
Did they really make 2?
It was Murder on Mystery Island or something.
They really made 2.
One hell of a movie.
Oh,
I think
God.
so. I think
Alright,
so. I don't know. I might just be making stuff up. But
I
all I
think
can
you
think
might.
about right now is Scooby-Doo because I came up with it before. So, T-Mac, this is a call out to my friends in the Civic Compliance Office. Don't know if it's legal for me to talk about this, but I got a fine the other day.
Okay.
I was going a few kilometres over the limit. And
Wait, this is the one from a couple weeks
This is
ago.
the one from last week.
Okay, so
right?
you got caught in the camera flash.
in the camera flash.
You were halfway through. You didn't know if in
if
fact
it was
they
a
caught-
speed or if it was for a red.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got the fine just for the speed.
Okay.
So they either saw it and they said, you know what, this guy looks like a great guy just from the picture. Looks like a nice fella.
Yep.
All right, he's in his gym gear. He's a hard worker. Okay, let's just give him the fine for the speed thing. So I got the fine for
But
the
isn't
speed
it?
thing.
Why would they give you 2 fines anyway? Like seriously.
Well, that's what I'm thinking,
Like,
yeah.
if you're speeding and you've gone through the red light, you've just sped through the red light.
I've sped through
It's
the red
one
light.
sentence.
I've sped through the red light.
It's one sentence.
It should be determined on how many sentences it takes
exactly right.
to explain the infringement.
Not he crept through the red light and then he accelerated. So that's 2 sentences.
It wasn't, I kidnapped that girl, I raped that girl, and I
Ooh.
killed that girl.
That.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not, that's 3 sentences. Well,
Right.
because I put the and there.
I
and
didn't
it's
really
kind
like
of
that
the-
example. I don't like.
Oh, you don't like that?
I don't like.
Oh,
rape.
is that the limit for you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't like talking about rape.
Oh, why is that?
It's just. I think it's really horrific.
Can we say grape instead?
Yeah, let's
kinda-
do grape.
Let's just say grape, but
yeah.
let's talk about...
So you cut open the cantaloupe. You sucked the grape.
Yeah.
And you accelerated. That's 3
I
sentences.
took my fist,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
I cut a little hole in the watermelon. I just put my fist in there and I smushed all the watermelon bits on the inside.
Yeah.
All right? Got my fucking whole hand up there.
You really got aggressive with that. Dude.
I did.
You got your fucking hand in there, right? So you got fined.
So I got my fine, all right?
How
Let's
much-
move away from the grape stuff.
Yeah.
I got my fine, and it wasn't that much, T-Mac, which is great. Naturally, I'm still going to get out of it, though.
You're gonna write
I'm going to write a letter.
an appeal letter. Good.
So I was actually putting it out to our listeners to put on Facebook what you think I should write in my appeal letter, because I want to make it quirky, T-Mac. I feel like with these appeal letters, you've got to have a point of difference.
That's so true. That's so true. They have a slush pile full of complaint letters that they basically just glimpse over.
Yeah.
You know, they get the quick précis. Sorry, didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Bit tired from the night before, or whatever.
Yeah.
Shh. Next.
Next. Fine. Next.
Yeah. Was on my way to the to work late. Had a big presentation. Shh, next.
Fine. Next.
Here comes Josh's. Was eating a souvlaki.
Hey, what's up? Well, start off with something quirky, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, what's up?
Sup, Civic?
Maybe a picture of Will Smith next to it. From the Fresh Prince days. Hey, what's up? Will Smith face.
Just do a page of tweets that all say your message to them. Just be like, at Civic Center or whatever it's called. At Civic
Compliance,
Civic,
whatever it
yeah.
is, yeah. If you're listening, hey guys, the Civic Compliance team.
Fucked the red light over. Hashtag 80K.
Yeah.
Next one. Favorited.
Yeah.
The speed.
Regretting all my life mistakes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Favorited by the Pope. Like, just coming up with
Totally,
different stuff and
totally.
having
Yeah.
Photoshop the images of there and then different stuff.
Exactly.
So that's my little thing. So I hope to get out of that fine, team.
Well, let's keep us updated on that, please, because we love the updates.
No, I need every dollar. I've got a viewers topic, T-Mac.
Oh, really?
So we've introduced this new thing where
Yes.
we've got listeners and they have topics that they think that we should talk about.
Yeah, so we get a lot of emails to that effect.
Exactly right.
Last week we got one with regards to a tram story that a listener had.
That was one story
Yeah.
that we had, and then we brought that up and we talked about that thoroughly and we fleshed it out and we stole it as if it was our own.
We did indeed. Because we don't name the names of the people who...
We don't want to name the names. I mean,
it's not Craig Ferguson here.
they wouldn't want us to name the names, T-Mac.
This is true.
They would want us to have more material for the show. But I thought, hey, let's have a segment where we just bring up topics come up from the viewers.
Okay, great.
So we're including the viewers in the show now, T-Mac.
Perfect.
See what I mean? See how it's the show and there's the people.
Well, we always have kind of included the listeners because, like, we put this out and we allow them to listen.
We allow them to listen.
Yeah, they are part of the show.
It used to be like, because we've actually done like 150, 160 episodes, but the first 70 we just listened to ourselves.
Exactly.
And it was just for our own entertainment, which it still kind of is. But now we just have a few hundred people listen to the episode as well.
That's right.
Sorry, 14. That's our funny thing, isn't it?
1,400, yeah.
1,400, yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I've got an honesty. I've got a viewer topic here, T-Mac.
Okay.
And it's related to the workplace. This one comes out from Tyrell in...
So we are naming names now in this segment.
Should we?
Okay, yeah, sure. Tyrell what?
Oh, where does he live? It says here somewhere. Where does he live? Tyrell in...
Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, I think. Is that what that says?
Where does he live? Where does Tyrell live?
I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Okay, Tyrell from, let's say, Port Melbourne.
Okay.
Actually, it is Port Melbourne.
Is it?
I remember reading that, yeah.
Okay.
Tyrell from Port Melbourne. All right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Tyrell from Port... That's a great start to the viewers. We're so connected with our listeners, T-Mac.
We know everything about them.
See?
Tyrell had a dog as a child.
Yeah.
The dog lost its leg in a severe pie making contest that he took out to the county fair. So that was a bad loss there, but he came through that well, and he's making progress now.
Tyrell, I believe, had a mother and a father.
Yeah.
And he has lived in a house for some time in his life. Believe he knows how to drive. He's got his license.
Yeah, we've got details that he did get his license on his third attempt, and he then got a what do you got? He bought a Ute, I think was his first car. So good on him for that.
And Tyrell, he had an undercut when he was in high school.
Undercut.
So he had the side shaved, but the hair came over on both sides, like an Aaron Carter sort of style, Nick Carter sort of style.
Yeah.
And he was a big fan of the Backstreet Boys as well, and that might have been where that started.
That was the first record he bought. Yeah.
Absolutely. So his topic this week, T-Mac, and here it goes. Here's our little jingle for that. It's the viewers' topic. It's the generational listeners' topic, because there's no viewers, because we're a podcast. Lots of becauses in that opening song.
Well, it gets the point across, doesn't it?
It's really specific.
Yeah.
So he was wanting us to talk about the honesty policy when it comes to chocolate bars and charity things in the kitchens at workplaces.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because it's an honesty policy, right? There's bag of money there.
This
and
is
there's
very
chocolates.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what if someone just goes, you know what, not interested in the chocolates here, kind of want to, use, I need something from the machine.
Yeah.
I need an extra $1.
Yeah.
Do I just grab it from that and just use I have all intensive purposes of like giving to charity, maybe I'll put $2 in there, but maybe I'll take $1.50 and I'll buy something from the... That was his vending machine idea.
Yeah.
And he thought it was very funny.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
Yeah, did you really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens.
There happens to be, I don't know if you saw it at our work.
Yeah.
It's one of those charity boxes with some like Cadbury bars in it.
I'm talking about like in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where it is?
In the workplace.
Oh, really?
In the kitchen here at where we work.
Okay, right.
Over at that place.
That place that we work. That's
other
not
side
here.
of town.
Other place. Yeah. Not here.
Because we come to the studio.
Not here.
No, not here.
No.
So I reached in my pocket, didn't find any coinage. Okay.
You do want a chocolate bar.
It was 3:00.
Yeah.
It was like 3:30. I was hungry. So I grabbed a chocolate bar, took it back to my desk. I'll find some coinage in my bag, in my wallet, whatever. Nothing existed. Therefore, I owe you a $1 coin.
Nah. Who likes charities anyway?
Good point. So I was on a tram the other day.
There you go, T-Mac. Should we got time for one more segment?
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like we do. Here's an interesting one. A girl sat next to me the other day, at the start of the day, And I guess I'm known to be a bit of a flirt or whatever. And she sat next to me, and she goes to me, "Don't flirt with me too much today, Josho."
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But the thing is, she's not a very attractive girl.
She's not one you would flirt with normally.
I wouldn't flirt with her anyway. So,
At all? Have you ever?
No.
Okay.
And I wouldn't. Well, maybe I have out of jest. I don't know.
Okay, so was that a cry for affection from her, do you think?
I think it was,
Yeah.
T-Mac, and that's why I thought it was quite hilarious. It was nice that she sort of put herself in that basket.
What... Can you give me an indication of who that might have been? I'm just curious. Was it someone?
Mabby.
Really?
Yeah.
You might be able to tell me that, huh? That's
Anyone
Yeah.
from work will know exactly who that is.
That's nah. Okay, well, I'm glad you cleared that up. What did you say to her after she said that?
I'm like, phew, you don't have to worry about that.
Thanks for relieving me of my duties. I really appreciate that.
I feel a lot better and a lot less pressure now, which is important for a comfortable day at the workplace, T-Mac, and it's been a comfortable day in this workplace for me. I feel very good.
This is our second workplace, isn't it?
This is my first workplace.
This is where we come to grind out the work, get it done, finalize it, and not have to go think about it at home later.
I feel better. I feel like all this stuff that we've talked about, and we've got 93 episodes now. That's 186 hours. No, it's not. It's 47 and a half hours. 46 and a half. There's hours and hours.
Yeah, lots of hours.
That we've talked about stuff that we would have just been holding on inside our bodies.
Do you know one thing? Since we are coming up to the 100th episode soon, you and I know there are a couple lost episodes in our repertoire.
Yes, there are
In our repertoire, I think it's like.
And why is that, T-Mac?
Can I say why? So way back when we started, like a year and a half ago, you had a girlfriend.
I had a girlfriend.
She didn't know that you had a podcast for the first 16 episodes or so, and then you got with her and you ended up letting her know.
Yeah.
But then you went back and you listened to a couple of the episodes and thought, oh shit,
Talking about her.
there may be some incriminating stuff that I had said about her or her friends, right?
Yeah.
So you surreptitiously, behind my back, went and deleted those from our
Needed to. It wasn't behind your back. It was just I saw them, I listened to them, I'm like, fuck, I gotta delete them.
But I had no idea until much later. I'm like, what happened to episode 17? What happened to episode
I deleted them.
Okay, so, no, but you said you still have access to them.
Yeah, we can get them through YouTube, SoundCloud.
So that's something to get excited about, guys.
And we'll be releasing those for the 100th episode.
Yeah.
So we'll do a 100th episode.
Yep.
A couple of days later, we'll release another one.
A lost episode.
Or maybe we should, leading up to that.
Yeah.
Release a couple of old
Maybe like on the Tuesday of that week, we'll release one of the lost episodes. Then we'll do a real episode on the Thursday, and then maybe on the Friday we'll do this.
Love it. Let's do that.
First.
Look out for that. So that's in 7 weeks' time, people. So who knows what the promise will be to you guys in 7 weeks' time.
Keep your ears perked. Now, join us on this crusade to get the two people on the cast.
Josh Lawson and Troy Kinney.
And we're going to reach out to them on Facebook and Twitter as well and get them on. And keep an ear out for us on that Brisbane podcast that comes out, the Reaction podcast.
We look forward to being on that show, boys.
The boys have invited us on there, so they're going to organize that all from their end, which is fantastic. And listen for us on that. Listen to them anyway. It's a great cast.
Reaction podcast every Tuesday. Get on to that one.
I think they've changed their timings. They've been coming out on Wednesday, and now today I haven't even seen one for this week, so Sunday's going to their
okay,
time.
well, don't go every Tuesday and expect the podcast.
Keep an eye on it. Subscribe to it.
Subscribe to it.
And then just look out for these updates. So, okay, that's your just for today. Anything else to add? Mingla, get on the Mingla sites. Get on the App Store.
We love you, Mingla boys. In a straight way.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with being. Yeah, here we go.
Hey.
Yo, your whole crew is gone. You're just impressed cause I'm the best, so no need for alarm. So sit back, lyrically I'm here to take you to a new dimension of rhymes. Yo, I should thank you for being whack, so get a grip of yourself. Don't you know that body rhymes is really bad for your health? Yeah, word up. All whack crews, whack MCs. You know what I'm saying? Kamikaze 99, taking all the whack MCs. Word up. Area 805, 415. Yeah, word up.
Hey, I got a little something I'd like to lay on y'all. If you bear with me a minute, please.